Hey guys, it's Wally here. I am inside the Audi E-Tron right now. Audi E-Tron 55 Quattro is an orange color. And what's the first impression coming into the Audi? Is very Audi-like. Even though it's the all-electric, it's nice. But the first impression that I get, if I want to compare with my EQC, Mercedes EQC, is that I feel a little bit more pampered in my EQC when you enter the EQC. This is nice. It's top quality. You know, it has that expansiveness to it. But maybe I'm biased towards Mercedes, but Mercedes just makes me feel extra special. But how does it feel like driving? Let's go. So basically, let's go, let's feel it. I'm going to be sharing with the other stuff with regards to the exterior and other controls as much as possible. Okay, let's do this. To be honest, I don't know what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, it's ready to go. So off I go. Now, if you look at my mirror, I've got this awkward looking mirror right here, which is it takes some getting used to be honest, because I'm used to looking at my mirror on the outside, but this mirror is just right here in the door component. I don't know whether you could see that. Yeah, you could see it right there. That's my mirror there. In terms of the drive, I've just driven it for about maybe 10 seconds. It feels heavier. Of course, a heavier car. It's a bigger car. When you're looking at practicality in terms of the back seats, I'm sure the boot is bigger than the Mercedes EQC. Possibly this is for you. The seat is comfy, and everything seems to be well put together. But with regards to me, I'm just too attached to Mercedes. It's nice, strong enough, quick enough. I just maneuver that junction pretty well. Okay, I just need to get used to my mirror. I keep looking at the outside. What are they thinking? Who is going to be looking down to look at their mirrors, their exterior mirrors? It looks wrong, to be honest. I don't want to be looking down. I want to be looking up. Now, what it does is that it flashes an amber light. I think if there's a car on my left-hand side as I try to move to the left. But I don't just want to be looking down. I want to look it out. But by the way, this one of the high specs, the extremely high spec car. So many people will not choose this option of this camera thing that is the mirror. It's better just to go for the standard mirrors, exterior mirrors. The driving, to be honest, not as quick as the Mercedes EQC. The Mercedes seems to glide. It glides through the road. It just that's that effortlessness regarding the way it handles. And I'm going to go on the motorway. I'm going to give this a round on the motorway and see how it goes. But driving around the town, around the city center of Bradford, it's perhaps maybe because I'm used to my Mercedes, But Mercedes is winning at the moment with regards to how it makes me feel. Now, when it comes to the steadiness, it seems steady enough. I know we have different driving mode that this car has the capacity to adapt, which I'm going to be testing later on. But it's just not, you know, why should I be looking down right here before I change the lane? Audi, I think that doesn't work for me. I'm sure it doesn't work for a lot of people. Where the camera is right there outside, you want to put the normal analog mirror back there. That just does it for us. We don't want that right there. Now we have the let me just try to figure out some of the controls here. We have two basically iPads right here. The bottom one is controlling the temperature and the climate control. The top one, I think, will control the radio, you know, DAB, whatever you want, and with the, you know, the Apple integration and stuff like that. But I'm trying to figure out where the regen is, where the regeneration is. Well, I almost crashed like that right there because there's so much going on right now that I can't even focus. Yeah, I would have preferred some nice buttons just to decompensate, just to kind of compensate for the sophistication around me. So if instead of having the two iPads, maybe if there's a way I could just have some natural, normal buttons to kind of reduce the load of the technology. And that tactile feeling as well is very important for me. I remember I keep using my normal volume control, even though in my EQC you can actually do that in the steering wheel. There's something about just getting some massage anytime you engage some of these controls. So at the moment, it feels like if you've driven an Audi A6, A8, I used to have an A8, an Audi A8. If you've driven A8, if it drives like that, it drives exactly like how a typical Audi should drive, which is great. If you're an Audi fan, this is a fantastic way of making transition from the combustion engine to an EV, which is great for the environment. I know that this car is built from the start as an electric car, unlike my Mercedes EQC, which Mercedes said they did the same, but we now know that they used some of the platforms of the GLC to build the EQC. So there's still some compromise there. There's a sense of playing it safe, which is okay because nobody wants to lose money. I'm a business person myself. But the package, the entire package of that car, with regards to a town car, a family car, is special enough for Mercedes lovers. So it takes some getting used to the mirrors, because the mirrors are just right there, as I've explained already, in your door card, which is strange, absolutely strange. And I'm getting cold here. Now, when it comes to insulation, with regards to this car. The insulation is good, but not quite as good as in the Mercedes EQC. It's really good here, but not quite as highly insulated, where the world around you shuts off. It shuts off from you, and you experience that sense of calmness. And it seems like I can pick up more of the road tires as well. The tire noises, which are just a little bit louder in the E-Tron than it is in the EQC. I don't know the kind of driving mode I'm doing right now. But the driving mode feels steady, feels nice with regards to how it grips the road. This four-wheel drive. This is a four-wheel drive car. So let me just see what's going on here. Okay, he's in comfort at the moment. He has the all-road, he has the off-road, he has the auto, he has the dynamic. So I've put in dynamic. Let's see how the dynamic goes. Okay, I don't know what kind of combination the dynamic driving mode is, but it's giving me a sporty feeling at the moment. It's giving me a sporty feeling. That would not be good on the field. It would not be good on the field at all. But I need to get past these guys so that I can make sure I'm on the right road. I need to get to the motorway so that I give this car a good basically a good test. But I don't quite like the sport level that I'm on right now, so I've gone into auto. So hopefully it's going to do that for me. So auto feels normal because it kind of looks at the kind of road you're going, the speed, and it adjusts the suspension and everything else. So is it adequate? Much more than adequate. If you are an electric car lover, it just drives like a normal car, which is fantastic. Drives like a normal car. You can hear I wanted to say the engine noise, but it's not the engine noise, the electric motor noises a little bit. Now I'm just going through the slip road right now. If I put my foot down, yes, it goes. There you go. I'm still looking at the wrong way with regards to my mirror. So that's going to be the issue I'm going to have until I get used to it. Because if you have two cars in the household, you're going to be ever confused. Because you'll be looking at a wrong and you drive both cars. If you drive both cars all the time, you're going to be looking at the wrong place. So they want it to be revolutionary, but I think sometimes just keeping the status quo that has worked over the years would just be very nice. I'm glad that it's just an option, the mirror, the camera, the mirror camera, whatever you call it. So you can actually go for the conventional one, which is something I would prefer. I'm now on the motorway, very quick, adequate, and a lot of power, and it's just, I think it has this natural intelligence as well. I think it kind of slows me down there, depending on the kind of the speed limit in the road, on the road that I'm just going right now. Okay, yeah, this is the top spec car. This has everything, I think, because it's the test drive car. It has all the gadgets that many people will not have. So there is a speed light there. I don't want to be caught, so I want to make sure that I'm in the camera, speed camera. I want to make sure I'm nice and composed here. So the overall experience do I have that wow factor? No, to be honest, I don't have that wow factor. But is a car competent, adequate, good enough? Absolutely. I think this is the base car. The base price for this car is around how much? Maybe 65,000, 70,000. That's a lot of money. But the good thing is that you know, it's electric. It's good for the environment, and you know, it's cheaper to run. I don't know whether we can justify the upfront payment to buy this car in the first place, with the reduction in the fuel price, in the fuel cost. If you travel a lot and you charge in the public stations, you use fast chargers, superchargers a lot, you might save some money. If you charge from home, you have a good electric deal, you save some money as well. But if you don't drive a lot and you know you've paid a lot for this car up front, I don't think you'll be able to recoup your money back. You recuperate your money back. You might not be able to do that, I'm afraid. Okay, I don't know. Is this the? I'll turn around. I'll go to the service station. Then I'll be able to look around the car so that you can see the different parts of the car. So if I changed my mind, because I was actually seriously considering this car before I got my EQC 400. If I change my mind, not yet. I've not changed my mind yet. No. No. It feels like an Audi, and my Mercedes EQC feels like a Mercedes. Let's just summarize it that way. So if you are an Audi fan, you possibly go for this. If you're a Mercedes fan, you always go for the Mercedes unless you want a little bit more room. I think this is more roomy because it's wider and a bit longer, and it has a little bit more luggage capacity, which could mean that if you get this car for practical purposes, maybe as part of your work, maybe you get a whole bunch of stuff for your work in your car, you might just be able to you might prefer this instead. Otherwise, you know, I will go for my Mercedes. I've just gone to Corey and piecing words today to get some freezer, huge freezer. And I was thinking it wouldn't fit into the Mercedes EQC boots, and it actually did. I was able to not, you know, collapse the rear seats. So the boot is decent, very decent. Okay, I want to make sure that I navigate this junction very well. Yes, I think we're good now, because I'm still not used to my mirror yet, but I'm getting used to it. eyes are looking in the right direction. I'm better with it now. Now, one thing I noticed that the suspension in this car seems to hold well, a little bit better than the EQC, especially in rough roads. You feel the weight a little bit more on the rough roads. Nothing really major in the EQC, but maybe I've not really driven this in a very bad road surface yet. I've been driving these on the motorway and on the good roads basically since I got the car. So I'm going to pull over at the service station here and look at the car and just give this car a thorough evaluation on the outside. But so far so good. It's been a nice drive, to be honest. Nice drive. So I just gone over a big bump there. I feel the weight. Bumper. It rotates. So just like the EQC, so you can feel the weight. But these are SUVs. I've never seen a lightweight or a paperweight SUV. You know, it's not gonna happen. I think you have to appreciate the weight that is involved. Oh, I have to find the right spot to put this car where I can do a proper evaluation of it. Oh, Tesla has colonized the whole place. Starbucks. I'll probably be test driving a Tesla as well, just to see how it feels. Okay, let's go to the electric place. Am I charging something? I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm going to charge anything, but I'll tell you what, I'm not going to be charging it. It's got this fancy charging stuff. So the car is full, the battery is full. It's got a fancy charging cap. Okay, so I'm just going to put it here so that I can properly evaluate the car. It's very busy today, to be honest. What am I supposed to be looking? So there is there's a reverse camera there. To be honest, it takes some getting used to. Kind of strange to look, which is incredible. Sometimes overwhelming. Is that okay? So this seems okay enough. This is straight enough. I'm sure. You let it parks it. It parks itself for you if you're confused. Oh my goodness. think I'm possibly okay now, to be honest. Yeah, I'm okay now. Okay, let's stop this. Arrived at the service station. This is a welcome break service station on the M62.